of that team should be enough to beat MIBR here. The one big problem they have is Fallen. If he's going off like he did on Mirage, then everyone is going to have a struggle.
Well, I think, like you said, the fundamentals are key. A map like Train can be overwhelming for a lot of amateur players, but if you realize at a high level, Train is all about the default and knowing how to hit the sites if there's 2 inner or if there's 1 inner and knowing how to read that correctly. So, like you said, aside from those simple facts, last map, 13 multi-kills MIBR, 13 on Ence and 25 multi-kills for MIBR. You need more firepower behind just Sergey if they're going to stop Fallen and Fur.
Speaking of Fallen, that brings him up to 9 maps played in this tournament, putting him at the 3rd highest rating in the tournament overall. He's definitely been a factor that we're going to have to talk about. The real factor I'm talking about here is the issue I have with you, Chicago. I have a massive issue with just how quiet you are right now. So let's make a little bit of noise. Let's get into a semifinal. Let's bring the hype back up just a little bit. And let's do it with Anders and Moses on Train.
Yes, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is MIBR and Ence, and we're going to head into the second map here of the semi-finals with, frankly, quite an exhilarating start. MIBR taking down Ence on Mirage, but now we're going to go on to Train, and I have to agree with Pimp as well on the desk. I think this is going to be a map where Ence feel a lot more comfortable. And I mean, the odds kind of reflect that as well. You could definitely tell. Most people watching definitely agree with Ence.
They should feel comfortable, but they have to be very, I mean, maybe not careful because it might not matter whatsoever, but if Fallen, you mentioned that smile when you start to see Fallen play well. Well, here's a map where he's been dominant on historically, and if we're going to get that good Fallen on this map, Ence could be in for a rough time. Lucas goes down, flashbang's not as effective as they'd like. Fallen going to get pushed upon. That's a good kill from Zeus to keep some space, and look at what he's doing. Oh, he's hiding in the smoke. This is a very bold play. They're going to go right past him. If he finds his turn out of the smoke, that's one more from Zeus. What a performance from him.
Well, Fallen's out of the smoke now, and they're right in front of him, and they don't even know he's going to get one big kill, and finally shot down. That could have been the round-changing play right there. Fur on Mirage managed to hide inside of that smoke, and Fallen almost managed to do something even bigger there. And now Taco is alone.
That should have been the round-changing play. That should have been the play that made MIBR win this, and now it's a very difficult 1 versus 2, and you can see Taco, he just has to gamble. So nervous behind this little bit of cover. He has no information, and there's so much time for Ence to play with. Now they've spotted him out. He knows where 1 is. He's looking for the 2nd.
He's so out in the open. I'm surprised if they team up on him right now. It's Alexi to take him down instead. Didn't even need a double team. A triple kill for Alexi B. As Ence will pick up the pistol. I mean, that kind of a play, you feel like he should have had more of a reward. That would have been really something. Still, first round going for Ence. Scout already picked up.
Yeah, if he'd just gotten a clean kill on the first, he might have been able to transfer over. Zeus did everything he could. 2 nice headshots for Zeus. But full investment in this second round. Zeus with the auto shotgun. He's going to push upper ramp. 3 players outside, including the scout on Fallen.
Do you really want to take the auto shotgun up a ramp? If they get close, sure, but if they go into the, the bomb site, you're going to be shooting at really long range. He might have found the right idea, actually. Sergey right around the corner. I would have said pop dog for this kind of a weapon.
Ooh, that's not ideal. And Sergey definitely heard that. He's going to back away. Zeus just trying to get up quietly. And he's going to fall again. So, listen, he's a coach. Let's give him a break.
I'm going to leave you with that one, Moses. You're on your own.
It looked like us in the show match.
It did look a lot like that. I think Zeus would probably beat both of us in a show match at this point. Second round are going to be coming up, and Lucas actually taking a lot of damage here. Bomb goes down out in that A yard and retaking it. Man, they don't have any grenades. They don't even have a fuse kit or anything. The auto shotgun, it does a bit of damage, but nowhere near enough. Fallen found a headshot in the meantime with the scout and Sergey, who was playing very well on Mirage, able to pick up a couple of kills here. And leaving Fur and Taco, and I think best case scenario is you do a little bit more damage. You take 1 or 2 guns more away, that would be big. There's a headshot. Alexi B very patient. Taco going down, and he knows that facing this could mean another rifle lost. He's going to try and do it, but that's actually not a bad round for MIBR.
No, it's not at all. X7 is even coming in for the hunt just a little bit, but I don't think Fur's going to actually expose himself. The bell tolls, and it's a second round for Ence.
That could have been a very dangerous round if they did not get the bomb plant down so quickly. I feel like as soon as they got that right after one of the first kills, they were on the site. So That did buy a lot of time.
It was the second kill for Sergey in ladder room, because actually it was a 3-on-4 at one point. I thought Sergey would be prompted to go pretty aggressive into ladder room, and he just holds off and finds that kill onto Lucas. Lucas was waiting for it. Here we go, Alu gonna get out mid very, very quick. Deep nade in the MAC-10, pushing up and fallen. Down to 36, he's got no chance. Alu eliminates him, and now you can get that angle onto the bomb site, and there's just not a lot to fight with. Fur with the AK is gonna be the last thrower rotating over, and he might just want to save it. There's not really much he can do to turn this round in their favor. He's the only one left.
Yeah, those are some pretty quick kills. They know he's got the AK, and they go hunting for him. Now they found his position, and the fact that Alu goes down means really almost nothing. He already got 2 kills with the MAC-10. He's fine with just discovering that position. And how much do they want to throw away? It's not like they have a lot of money either.
I don't think they're going to chase after this. I think they're just going to sit in these positions and hope that Fur walks into them. But they don't want to risk a whole lot either, as you mentioned. The only one I could think of would be chasing would be X7, and he's just far, far away. So it'll be 3-0, and in the next round, we'll see those rifles come out. We'll see, I believe, an AWP in Fallen's hands as well. And then the game truly begins.
Yeah, that's where it really is going to make a big difference. And we'll see how prepared MIBR really are on this CT side. Fur, one of the top fraggers for most of the game. Did Fallen end up out-competing him at the end? I'm not sure.
It's Fur was up like 25 or 26 kills, and Fallen, I think, had 24.
Right, so one of the few people you really don't want to give an AK-47 over to right now, it feels like. Still 3-0 for the Finns, and leading into round number 4, it'll be a pretty decent buy. Double up right off the bat.
Oh my god, and Sergey actually, he got knifed by a teammate. He's down to 40 HP.
Oh dear.
That is not an ideal start, as laughter rings out from the audience. Fur aggressive behind the first train. And Fallen getting a bird's eye view with the op.
Yeah, we've got it all. We've got broken angles on Zeus, stabbings going on. It's been a wild time, and Fur will take the kill there. Dropping Sergey, and Lucas and Fallen to follow it up in the defense. He's looking supreme right now here at the A site. Fallen swapping out, but he's going to get taken out. A shot in the back from LXCP. Nobody covering that. How is this all falling apart? An absolute disaster here at the A bomb site. They had everything. That was a 5-on-2, and somehow they lose every single player. Leaving Taco with an AWP. He's sneaking close, and he's going to get the no-scope kill, taking down X7. If he can save them right now, up on top of the train, he sees the chance. All the pressure on Taco right now. And he's sneaking in. He's got the right idea, but it doesn't matter. Alexi able to get the kill. That is going to be hard to explain.
Yeah, well, it's pretty simple. I mean, you ask how MIBR was going to be prepared on trade on the CT side, and that's a bit of disorganization. That is a 5-on-2 where you just kind of lose track of one part of the map, and everyone kind of rotates into positions and just gets obliterated. Alexi able to find the kill on the Fallen. He's just out in the open with no cares in the world. MIBR going to be frustrated with that one. Fallen with an AWP again. Fur was able to drop that because of the saved AK-47, and they need something from Fallen. They need something magical.
And instead, it will be Alu to find an opening here, taking down Lucas. Yeah, I mean, it's very hard to be very aggressive on the CT side if you have one AWP and really not much else. They don't have a flashbang or anything else. Oh, they line up for him, and that did tag 2 players. If they'd both gone down, that would have been the opening, but now instead they're still going to be cleaning up this A yard. Taco and Zeus left 2 versus 4. Taco rushing out, trying to catch the timing perfectly, and he did get the kill, but still, Ence surviving with 3 and putting 5 rounds on the board with no opposition here from MIBR. This is not good.
No, it's not the start that MIBR would have wanted. Another double up setup, though. They can go right back into it. They have the cash for it. Obviously, was the priority. They got that in their first gun round as well. I mean, I guess one of the nice things you could say is they did get around with the 5-on-2, and even though they did lose it, at least the start of the round went exactly as planned.
Yeah, you need to have those kind of openings again, and we'll see if they can stabilize things a little bit now. It's just so disheartening because chances are you won't get many rounds that start that successfully.
Zeus anchoring the inner bomb site as well. You can imagine Ence would want to exploit that, especially with the opening kill. Sergey's got the follow-up. He just marches in. No cares in the world. Fallen gonna try and salvage what's left, and the bomb was being planted out in the open, but an immediate headshot from Aerial. And Ence, yeah, feeling much more comfortable on train. Everyone playing very, very well.
You reckon they had one of those insightful speeches from Alu out back, giving them some sort of divine insight into life itself, maybe even? It's one of my favorite things. I feel like if he taught like an online course, I'd sign up right away.
Alu? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got some words of wisdom. He is one of like the funniest, it's like sneakily one of the funnier guys in the pro scene.
It's absolutely.
I don't even think it's intentional.
No, that's the best part of it, actually.
Well, Fer and Lucas are going to hang on to these guns. X7 is starting to creep in this direction, but they're holding the angle. It shouldn't be any danger. Doesn't even look left. 6-0, and this is very quickly spiraled out of control.
Really, absolutely nothing like what we saw on Mirage, and I mean, this is one of the issues of having a, any kind of a lineup change will almost always do damage to your map pool and the depth of it, and so you could be good on a map, but then the problem is you might be playing a map like Train next against Ence, and you just look somewhat unprepared. And worse still, some of the Ence players really did not enjoy losing that first map and have just decided that it's time to hit headshots.
Yeah, Sergey continuing with that great form. We saw him with the Krieg on Mirage just having a field day. It's Alexi B leading the charge for Ence, 10-0. He hasn't died yet. Sergey at 7-3. No one really sticking out on the MIBR side, as you could imagine.
Well, let's see if they can come up with an answer in round number 7. It is really time to pull the brakes on this one if you're MIBR. Something's got to go your way right now, or it really will be too late. As sad as it sounds, 6 rounds already really good on the T side of Train. If you're Ence, I mean, even if they won 9-0 MIBR, Ence could still win the game. So at the moment, it's all about finding a way back into this. LXCB hoping to catch anything, a shadow on the ground, or anything like that.
MIBR doesn't have any nades to really take care of this or clear that position at all. Once this hit comes in, because of Alexi's advanced position, that's a nice flashbang. Well, they do have a flash, and they make it work perfectly. Molotov towards the choke points to slow things down, but first, still getting tagged up, finding a way to escape yet again. A lot of pressure, though, and at any moment, Ence is going to bust out of this choke point. X7's actually already out with the bomb.
And look at Fer, low on health, but up in that sniper spot that actually doesn't get used nearly as much as you would think. If you just looked at the map the first time around, that seems like a great place to be, but people usually try and avoid it, so maybe that could even catch Ence off guard. Down on the low ground as Fallen will take down the bomb on X7, and now this defense is looking so much better. 30 seconds left, and Ence struggling to try and get a little bit of control here in Yard. The bomb is still dropped, no one's picked it up, and I'm not sure they know what they're doing right now. They're hoping for a mistake from MIBR, somebody to show themselves, and Fallen doing a lot of work here. Lucas will follow it up, and even though Fer ended up being kind of bait in that scenario, they will take it all. Taco to pick up the last kill, and MIBR finally on the board.
I actually thought that was a pretty cool tactic by Ence. Just kind of walk out mid, don't make any indication, no noise, no utility use. Creep up as close as you can to the bomb train and explode on contact. I thought that was not a bad idea, all things considered. But MIBR do get there first.
And they would, I mean, if they hadn't lost was it Alexi or Aerial that was playing close and got flashed?
Yes.
That would have been even more lethal, right? Because they would have been so close when
yeah, his advanced position, if that hit did come in, he would have been there so quick before the timing, or before MIBR would have believed the timing was going to be. Taco close up on lower ramp, and Sergey just going to swing across. He hasn't really been challenged in those box halls just yet. Fer's going to take control of T mid. 4 players towards the inner bomb site. Fallen has rotated back, but him and Taco are going to have quite a job to do.
Well, let's see if it's going to be a grenade. Sergey has walked out here with really nothing to support him with, just trying to catch someone off guard. If he does that now, you could see that AWP is right in range. There's the flashbang, the timing is off, and Taco's alone. Nobody can really help him out. He's going to be going down after a kill. At least he got one. It could have actually been for nothing there. Bomb is down, and Alu will pick up Zeus. And they're happy to wait, Ence. This is one of the really cool things about this kind of an offense. Even when they're on the site, they're not rushing to get the bomb down, waiting to pick up one more kill, and now they have the man lead.
Yeah, and they also have such a big lead in terms of rounds that I think MIBR has to at least see if they can go for this, which is going to risk these weapons. It's going to put them in harm's way, and Sergey waiting behind the smoke. This is the big kill. If Fallen can't accomplish anything, MIBR will have nothing to do in this retake. There's the kill. Sergey not looking. Oh, smoke on the bomb. He's going to tap it. He doesn't have a kid. He's got to wait for his teammates, but it lures everyone out into the open, and Alexi's going to get a double. It's Lucas, though, and he's nowhere close to the bomb, and he's going to back away. The nade doesn't do enough damage. It was a nice attempt that MIBR had to go for it. But Ence gonna hold on a 7th round.
How in God's name does Fallen hit a shot on a player moving 60 miles an hour? Like, what is going on? It was like right up in his face as well. That's so difficult to do. Now we've got the auto sniper on Zeus. I feel like this is a match made in heaven.
Auto sniper on Zeus. Yeah, this
His
was...
first kill is great. Now this second one, I can't believe that he does this. He's moving so he's bunny jumping down the ramp. He gets a little bit of extra speed doing it. That's pretty quick.
Well, they just lined up for Alexi after this. Zeus, what have you got? The auto sniper, we haven't seen it in some time.
It used to be a classic on Train.
It used to be a staple on Train.
Exist back on NIP.
Get right?
Yeah, Get Right too. A lot of people enjoying that weapon. It looks like they found the weakness, or at least think they have, Ence at this B bomb side.
Well, Sergey has just been so confident and so willing to take those fights, and Alu, one of those oppers who's just so good in like supportive opping. When he's got a teammate to get out in front of him and he can just hold an angle, very accurate, just sitting and waiting. Zeus looking for the boost. He's the one who was caught on the rotation by Alu in the previous round. They're gonna fall right back into this hit.
Now, if they smoke off Zeus, that's like the power of the auto snipers. If you smoke it off, you actually sometimes help it out. They're gonna flash instead and go straight for the fight. No smokes being granted, and Taka will go down. A double entry for X7. And I mean, again, just back it on out of there. That's 8 rounds now for Ence to the 1 of MIBR.
Yeah, these hits are just so convincing. And Ence can just keep doing that over and over until MIBR prove they can stop it. They haven't yet.
This could be a very quick second map. Now, there is an upside.
Starting to feel that way.
There's a bit of an upside, I would say.
What's that?
Third map's dust 2.
Okay.
So I would expect that MIBR in the sort of style that they're playing out, that could help them out a little bit. Not that Ence are fun to play against right now when they are hitting these kind of shots, but at least it's not nuke or something, you know?
No, but it is dust 2, and you're not going to look as uncomfortable on a map as you are here on Train. You're not going to get picked apart quite as easily. Big lead for the Finns.
Yeah, really big lead.
Somebody loves Alu.
I can't blame them. There's a little part of me that loves Alu as well. I don't think that necessarily would register with him, but
No, there would be no emotion if you let that slip to him. You should tell him. We should record that.
I'm up for it. Some of the best, I must say, now that we mentioned, some of the best conversations I've ever had with any player happen at after parties where I run into Alu, and he has some kind of insight to tell me. It's great. Obviously, no recordings there, but still, well worth it. 8-1 as we move into round number 10.
And at
We've
this
got
point,
the M4s.
At this point, if you're MIBR, you're not even necessarily. It's not even about playing to be in the game. It's about playing to give yourself an opportunity to get in the game in the second half. You need like 4 or 5 rounds, right? You need some breathing room. The flames obscure Alu's vision. He would have had a chance to pick off Fur.
Yeah, they have lost control of it, right? Very close there. A little bit of a distraction. The flashbang to set it up, and they must know, but they were very flashed. Ariel just had his eyes burned out, I think. And now Alu trying to shoot through the wall, which you absolutely can, not with the Creek, but with the AWP.
Good control for Fur. That pop flash timing was great onto Ariel. Utility still blocking off ladder room, and actually Ence throwing nades right back, using a lot of nades and not being able to retake control of T-mid. But down towards lower ramp. Smoke is going to clear Alexi B and Sergey. This is the power play. Alu's got to pick with the op. Zeus is going to start considering to fall back, and that will expose him on sidewalk. 2 players just ready and waiting. Good shot from Lucas. Zeus doesn't go down. They commit to the attack, and Taco is lying in wait.
What a huge play from Taco. That really makes a difference. Otherwise, even winning the fight at Ivy, they could have lost the round anyway just from losing the B-bomb side. X7 in a 1 versus 4. And, I mean, with the time that's left, there really should be no way that this can happen.
He could actually get a plant, though.
Yeah,
if he just
could.
sticks it right here. He doesn't know it just yet. We'll see what he decides to do, but Fur had seen him the whole way, so no chance. A second round for MIBR. Starting to come back into this game.
A second round, and finally a round where they actually survive with a bunch of people alive for surviving that round. So that makes a big difference. Next CB, 12-2 still. That is still looking pretty good for him at the moment. But yeah, this kind of a defense is everything they needed.
Again, a very cool setup. I think 9 times out of 10, they probably get that kill onto Zeus. And that, you never know how that's going to change things. They get that 1 kill, they swing, and at least maybe they can trade Taco. Oh, Lucas spots one of the ladder. He wants this kill. LexiB just gets away. At about half health, the nade comes in to return some onto Lucas, and still no movement just yet. Ence waiting in T-mid. They want to pinch and attack this outer bomb site.
Molotov kind of failing a little bit there. And after all the games over at PopDog, Alexi is down to 18 health, so hard to say if that was necessarily worth it. Even if the Molotov had landed, I don't think it would have done that much. So Ence now have to sort of figure out where do we go from here. They've got 2 people who are very low on health, and those are 2 other ones with the rifle. Do you have Alu try an entry or X7, who did a good job in B? So maybe he could try and do it, but it's kind of tricky when you've got people who are that low.
Well, look at the response as well from MIBR. I think in their heads they realize that there's been so much success for Ence at the B bomb site. They've actually brought Fur here. They have 3 players ready and waiting at this B bomb site. Lucas can be a fast rotation up ladder. So MIBR have all the advantages as Ence come back. Some noise being made. X7 rotating just through T-spawn now. Lucas has left ladder room, but utility for the defenders here is going to slow things down.
And that's a problem because there's only 25 seconds. They have to get down this ramp, and that's a follow-up Molotov. Oh, and they must be feeling so red right now, just waiting behind all of that, and then the smoke to get it. Flashbang, and they're just rushing right into certain death. The crossfire is going to eviscerate all of them. It'll just be Alu left with the AWP. He sent all of his troops in first as
That's
well.
a fair play. You have the op, right? But that, I mean, that is just a perfect defense by MIBR. Once they had the advantage in the early stages of the round, they knew exactly what was coming that whole time. Ence has to be really careful. They used a lot of utility and took so much damage in those choke points. They can't do that again. They cannot just sit in T-mid when you've seen how Fallen and Fur, they're willing to pop flash and nade and be aggressive and try and take that control. And this hit at the end, if you're one of the Ence players, you know it's going to be a slaughter when you start moving forward. When you see the 2 Molotovs and then the smoke,
Yep.
You know it's over.
And even better because, like you mentioned, that 3rd player is there in Fur. He's holding upper, so Taco doesn't even have to look upper. He just doesn't even care. Just worried about that crossfire. Auto Sniper is back on Zeus.
Didn't do well the first time. We'll see the second time around.
I don't mind giving it a second go.
No, definitely give it a second chance. Maybe put it outside.
Your face is your moneymaker, so why would you pair it with cheap plastic? And why does some plastic cost $500?
If they get a clean victory, that might help them close this gap. Maybe get them towards 5. More of a default setup from Ence. Sergey again back inside and back willing to challenge down the lower ramp, and he's just going to hold an angle. Hope someone crawls into his crosshair.
It really feels like when people are playing this game at PopDog from both sides that they're playing like a stupid version of Battleships, doesn't it? And just trying to see if they can guess what's going on. And the thing is, even if you connect through that floor, it doesn't have to do that much damage. Like if you had a straight headshot, maybe, but
It sounds worse than it is.
it really does. So
Well, far back and patient for the defense as well. This time we're not seeing the nades used in towards T-mid. We're not seeing anyone take control. It's just Fur and ladder room. And Ence, after spreading across the map, now start to consolidate again. 2 players in Team Mid, a third, X7, going to join up with them. It's either going to be a fake towards the inner bomb site. Sergey and Alexi B can fall back and go down ladder. I imagine at least Sergey is going to commit to this and at least try and duel.
Hard to do when the Molotov is down, but I actually think you're right. I think if not for that, he probably would have tried to sell it extra with just him rushing in. Fallen sees one. Oh, the double drop. They're going to be crushing for Fallen with a good return. And Lucas is there as well. That Krieg doing more damage. Fallen nearly with a flick, but he's going to go down to Alu. And now Zeus with the auto sniper has picked up Alexi B. Alu caught falling back, and oh, he could have easily gone down. He's lucky to be alive around that corner. But the bomb is planted. Can they hold on to the site here? X7. Oh, that's a very awkward spray from Taco, and that might have actually lost them the round a little bit. Taco now low on health, and Alu will be able to win the round. Quad kill on him. Man, that not a lot had to change for that to be MIBR's round.
No, that's a brutal loss for MIBR to take. What a round from Alu. 4 kills, and they're all just sitting and waiting and patient. Nothing spectacular, just hits the shots he had to.
And he dodged the auto sniper by like less than a second.
Yeah, just barely. 9-3. I think that's the round that might just put it out of MIBR's reach. I'm not sure if there's a comeback in him on this map.
I'm doubtful as well. I share in your skepticism, Moses. I don't think it's misplaced at all. Ence are looking unbelievably comfortable. We do have just a quick tech issue to sort out, and then we'll be right back in the game. I'll tell you a little bit of a thing, Moses, if you want. I've got some map info if you're interested.
Yeah, take it away. What's the name of this segment?
I don't know. Into the Mind of Anders for anyone who really wants to. Kind of where Alu is playing now, actually. It's a good replay for that. Right next to this, actually, the wood boards that he's looking at right there, like the behind the fence in Pop Dog, if you shoot through those with an AWP, you can shoot all the way into the B-bomb side, where people hold by the spindles down there.
Yep.
So you can shoot people who are standing there.
I think you actually spam in towards like Z-Hall's, the CT choke point as well. From a point in that ladder room, somewhere in that ladder room.
From which, oh yeah, you can. That's true. So there's lots of stuff there. Walls are thin for some strange reason. The architects were...
They don't make train yards the way they used to.
They really don't. A lot of budget cuts were made. Engineers said, listen, we really only have one set of bricks for this one, so let's try and do it. Round number 13, and now beginning, we've got double up on the T side and double up on the CT side. So
look at Fallen. Fallen so pushed up. This would be a big kill. Oh, he just misses it. The jump from Sergey. Taco's got the follow-up, though. I don't think, if you're Sergey, you never expect 2 ops to be at that lower ramp.
No, he definitely, no, like not in the same position, right? It's like, come on, guys.
Well, 2 players inside now, Taco and Zeus, partially because of all the success that Ence has had here.
Even though that push fails for Fallen, I'm kind of glad that he did it anyway. I do feel like those are the kind of things that are necessary to do every once in a while when you're this far behind.
Yeah, take those risks. Taco's going to back away slowly as Zeus plays close up to the smoke. And it looks like Ence want to readjust outside. Fur is in a great position to put a stop to anything. The problem is he's got so many different angles to worry about. He made noise getting aggressive as well, so he's just going to back off it.
I think he used the ladder to peek into main.
Yes.
Like he jumped off the ladder, he gives you like a tiny bit of movement boost. Those are all little fun things that we do enjoy.
Now he's in ladder room. That can be the big stopper. That is going to be a really hard angle to clear out, and Lucas is not exposed to Team Mid whatsoever. So MIBR is going to have all the information. Zeus and Taco now rotating back, and Fur biding his time. Ariel's going to swing into him. He missed his chance. He missed it in a big way.
And he doesn't have a smoke from Molotov either. Nice shot though. X7 confident in winning that fight, but he didn't. Now Lucas goes down next in line. It's Zeus to hit a headshot. Taking down Ariel. 9 seconds left, and can he do anything here? The bomb just going down, and Alexi B, he gets the rifle out just in time to stay alive. And now Fur flanking around. And on the other side, Taco with the AWP. He's waiting for Fur right now, and I don't really blame him. They need an opening. They need to make this 2-on-1. He spots one up on the site, and oh, Alu stays alive with exactly 1 point of health. And now backing around the corner. Taco, how does he find him? He knows he just has to try and hunt him while the bomb is ticking away. And Taco has a smoke and a kit just picked up. He actually fell onto that defuse kit. Now he's going to smoke it off. He knows Alu has the AWP on the other side, and it is clean right through the smoke to take him down. A 10th round here for Ence.
Oddly enough, that might have been Alu's only chance to win the round with 1 HP. He couldn't get into any kind of an engagement. First shot, no problem through the smoke. MIBR have had so many close rounds, so many, just narrowly missed retakes. They had that epic collapse earlier in the half, that 5-on-2, and that one really hurt, and they have not been able to recover from any of these mistakes.
Yeah, I mean, that 2 versus 5 I still haven't really recovered from. That was Titanic level disaster, wasn't it?
Oh, the reverse nade stack from the T side. That's quite nice, and this is a quick round. Ence looking to finish things. They've got a 3-man lead in the round. Make that 4.
Really blowing them up, aren't they?
They're ready for map 3.
Metaphorically, literally as well, doing all of it. They are ready for map 3, but kind of ready to again. I said dust 2. I think that's a good way to try and find a conclusion here. They are waiting for Zeus, and Alu will find a 3rd kill. He's really had a good couple of rounds. That puts him at top of the scoreboard with 15 and 6, just ahead of Alexipi at 14-5. And round number 15, the last of the half coming up. Not seeing the same level of celebration out of MIBR. Wonder why that is.
Yeah, just not a whole lot to celebrate for them.
They're holding back.
They're saving everything for Dust 2. Conserving the energy, letting it build up. For Ence, this is just business as usual.
Yeah.
3 players headed towards Ivy. Sergey above ladder and Ariel in T mid. But it's fallen to be the initial defense. We'll see how fast he is. He just missed the glimpse. He missed the shot. And I don't think you can get away now. Yeah, they're going to hold him in. They just pre-fire the angle, knowing he's going to have to re-peek. This MIBR defense on the verge of collapsing, and that's Fur just to hold on. Just a cliffhanger, and Alu goes down last. A 4th round for MIBR. They bought themselves a little bit of space. We're going to head to a break at halftime, and we'll see if it's enough when we return. Stay with us.
left in my head. My mind's not mine and it won't forget. But you bring me back from my darkness black. Cause the soul in me and the heart I have for you. It bleeds for you, it bleeds again. Oh, you bring me to life. 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 Bring me to Oh, you bring me to life. Now you bring me to Stop to my side, tied to run on a faulted line. I'm safe only, even though we burn from the light I bleed. Did she bring me back? Not a heart attack could take away all the love I had for you. It bleeds for you, it bleeds again. Oh, you bring me to life. Oh, you bring me to life. Oh, you bring me
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Second half coming up here between Ence and Mibr. It is the semi-finals here at Intel Extreme Masters in Cologne, in Chicago.
Yeah.
We're almost just in Cologne. Things move really quickly. It's going to be the second half, second map here, and honestly, we sort of said it. It's very hard to imagine a world in which Ence make this work. Oh, sorry, Mibr make it work. They are down so far behind. They got 4 rounds on CT side. Yeah,
they got absolutely blasted at times, just looking a little discoordinated on some of their teamwork. And
odds aren't looking good, are they?
No, odds aren't looking good whatsoever, as you can imagine. Mibr are now on the harder side of the map. I know it didn't seem that way.
Yeah.
From Ence's side of things. And here we go.
We're not lying.
2 players in mid, 3 on this pistol run heading out towards Ivy. It's going to be X7. Potentially with the initial contact. He's got Alexi B here to help out. Now he hears the footsteps, takes the shot, wants to pull the attention away. This is where the crossfire setup needs to work. Fur's got that first kill, and now they can hold Alexi B back. The crossfire never came to fruition, and now everyone on Ence being forced away from the action.
X7 actually plays that so well. He really does a tremendous job, but they needed to hit some of the shots, and as you can tell, they're more or less firing blanks at the moment here. Bomb goes down, Fur will take down Sergey, and that leaves Alu 1 versus 4 fighting away. That's a very good round. Lucas with a double, Fur with a double, and Mibr pick up the pistol in the second half.
They needed that entirely. That's the only way they can make this comeback actually happen. Prove us wrong in our doubts of their comeback ability.
I mean, I would be very excited to be proven wrong. I think that, I mean, if that is going to happen, that means we'll be treated to a really interesting, comeback scenario that's not completely unheard of, but it's been a while since someone's done that on train, I would say. Have to reach quite far back.
Yeah, probably would. Full investment for Ence in the second round. CZ's 2 scouts. Both scouts over towards Ivy, X7 and Alu holding onto those. Some utility so they can actually get creative. You can see these 2 CZs close up towards team mid. Fur just barely almost had an engagement come his way. Oh, what a 1 tap.
He's gone, isn't he?
That's beautiful.
Absolutely gone from the round. Probably hoping that they could find a fight. I mean, especially Alu, when you got that scout, you really want to soften up some of those incoming players so that the CZ's close range could do more. But he's not been given really any chances. And that must be slightly frustrating. Sergey's pushing up though over at B. And that's fun to see. Don't know if he's going to be doing it in time though. That's the problem.
This position from Aerial though, this could be everything. He's able to hold on to this part of the map, and actually he just backs off. Straight up, no support there, and slowly Mibr is getting into closer and closer positions behind this smoke. Fallen is going to be the first one up. He does have the AK-47.
Look at Sergey.
He's ready to turn the corner.
Sergey's not checking. He knows no one's pop dog. I think that's why Aerial came over, because he wanted to help out in case there was something there. Are they going to set it up with a grenade? It seems like it. Alexi B goes down. Great headshot, though. 20 seconds left, and everybody from Ence's at this bomb site. Fallen doing a really good job, but he falls with 18 seconds. Sergey turning around, and there's Aerial, in fact. They do a lot of damage. The scout is out Fur with 10 seconds now. Can he get into safety? Can he get the bomb plant down? The Molotov, was that a friendly Molotov? Oh no, I think that might have been the round. Sue's now looking for the hunt, and he's going to be going down. Aerial with a triple. I almost don't want to ask, but
I didn't quite see it. I'm more, I mean, that the second half of that attack never came in from Mibr. The Ivy players attacked, and the players in Team A and stuck behind a smoke were just so scared. That gave Alu so much freedom at the bomb train. That gave those defenders so much time to get into new positions and readjust. Just not making that hit work as well as it could have. They did everything correct up to that point. They had a heartbreak early in the first half, dropping a 5-on-2, and now a heartbreak early in the second half as well, getting returned upon by a scout and pistols.
not a map that they are enjoying all that much at the moment. Inside, but with a big chance for some Deagle action. They're not going to be very helpful that time around. And that push from Sergey, I mean, it is a big risk to be walking out of the B-bomb side like that, but he was just perfectly on time. 18th round here. A lot of Deagles in play.
The entire Mibr economy is in this round. They need it, and they only have 2 smokes, no flashbangs. These Deagles need to deliver. Taco gonna take a lot of damage. And Ariel has no real danger applied to him whatsoever, so we can just sit here the whole time.
Not even worried about the grenade either. And you're absolutely right. I mean, normally when people try and take this, they've got flashbangs and Molotovs and everything else. The double drop with Deagles as well. Not even clear that that's going to be amazing. Oh. Zeus down inside of the smoke.
Zeus is really enjoying just jumping off ledges in this game. It's happened a couple times now.
Living life on the edge.
Literally, and that's going to be the easiest kill of Ariel's life. Maybe only surpassed, well, I was going to say by that one.
Yeah,
Shout out Taco, thanks so much.
Yeah, setting you up for failure, isn't he? Oh, that's good. 13-5, and again, that you said it. All of the economy here for the Brazilian side going into that last round. Deagle and Armor, and they did not get anywhere with it.
No, I mean, you kind of have to save if you're MIBR. Just get one last buy round in there. Try and maybe see if an AWP can help deliver anything. Try and get Fallen as much money. A bomb plat here would be spectacular if they were able to get it. I highly doubt that. And here comes Utility. Flashbang to help take ladder control. And X7 just spotting things out. He's had a lot of attention on him over towards Ivy in the early stages of this half, and he's going to be happy to take that fight casually with the pistol.
Yeah, he's been spotted already. That's casual about it, isn't he?
Yeah, Fur had no idea that his foot had been spotted. Sergey with a double kill to close out the round. 14-5. One last chance for MIBR. Here we go.
I'm not gonna lie. If I'm rushing Pop Dog from the T side and somebody uses that flashbang that Ariel just threw out the E-box against me, I'm gonna be breaking keyboard or two. Like I'm gonna be really upset. That would be the most frustrating feeling. Because I'm guessing you probably almost can't even hear it. Like, because the E-box is quite far away from the hallway, so. Well,
you're dropping down the ladder as well. You're running the whole way.
Yep.
14-5. Ence looking to take us to a third map, and they're just 2 rounds away. 4 players to defend outside initially. MIBR has their entire team is just waiting above ladder for the moment.
Because Ence have held on to the MP9 and the FAMAS here, actually, the weaponry for MIBR is not so bad. Ariel looking away for the wrong moment there, and they're going to be trading him very quickly. Grenade, that's a pretty good jump nade actually to take, or almost take Taco down. The follow-up spray has done so much damage, that MP9 being really obnoxious out there.
That smoke should allow him some measure of safety, but not from Lucas. Oh, or will it from Lucas? He's creeped out mid. That'd be a huge kill to get tapping away, and X7 has got the right read. 3 players left, and Fallen just barely counting as a player.
Yeah, very low on health. I mean, I don't know, he's got the bomb. Might want to give that over to somebody else in case they Molotov or grenade that plant. Sergey waiting down here, hearing the steps above, and that's the bomb drop down on the low ground. X7 will take a kill, and Taco now down here. The Molotov will spread to him, and oh no! He couldn't do it in time.
He's even got a smile on his face. He knew what was coming.
Crispy Taco.
Yeah. 15-5.
Yeah, I mean, Ence have just looked just unstoppable on this map. Almost from the get-go, right? That was, that looked like that was just going to be the theme of it here. Pistols and some MAC-10s, MIBR pouring everything into this round.
Once they start on that 6-0 run in the first half, I think you just look at that and you're like, oh boy, this is going to be a really rough one. Well, look at all the nade damage. Lucas and Fur brought down low. No kills just yet. But Ence is going to be so fine with this. Ariel just waiting, and more damage being done through the smoke. Bomb site is lost. Fallen close up. He's got to back away. And Ariel, complete faith in his teammates to handle everything going on behind him.
Yeah, this is just looking so good. Even here in a 2-on-2, they do have a pretty big health advantage. Taco maybe could have found a kill there.
He's got the bomb. I don't think they have any idea he's in this position. And he was just kind of calling out information, and somehow it's an empty bomb site. He's waiting for Fallen to come through Ivy, but Taco might just be able to get a plant. Nothing quite yet. X7 and CT spawn. Ariel going for a very long flank, a very long play, and Taco knows he has some time to to work with. He's going to make sure he's cleared out all these spots.
Well, he saw Aerial go that way, so I'm guessing he just wanted to find him looking the wrong way or something. Strange 2-on-2.
A very strange one, and I mean, he might actually find him. This bomb is going to get planted, and Aerial is actually already able to peer into the outer yard. Taco's got to be very careful.
Fallen's got to be careful too. If he jumps out and lands on the low ground, I think the health alone would be a problem. He's got 12 of them left. Aerial tagged up. Everybody's low now except for X7, and he is sneaking through that smoke, or at least thinking about it. The bomb ticked for quite a while. That's the kill, and now it's Fallen. Now, how long can he stay hidden up here before they realize? They don't have any more grenades. That was the last one going out there. A little bit of a jump. Aerial, I think he saw that, and he's going to take him down, and that will be the round here. Number 16 on the board as Ence take down MIBR, second map of the semifinal, and that, ladies and gentlemen, was put us on to the third one on Dust 2. We're coming up right after the break, so stay with us.